Hello everybody! We're back with the finale of Junie B. Jones' Toothless Wonder. So where we stopped last time, she lost her tooth and she didn't want to put it under her pillow because she was scared of the tooth witch, which is not true. But she wanted to figure out, why would the tooth fairy come and pay money for a tooth? What do you think she does with the teeth?
Eats them.
Eats them? Maybe. Okay, well, let's find out. All right, chapter 8.
It's like a vending machine.
Smiling. When we finally got to school, I started feeling shaky inside because I didn't want to get laughed at, remember? Plus, I was still concerned about the fruit throwing. I closed my mouth real tight and I walked back to my desk. Lenny smiled and waved. I smiled, I waved back. Then very slowly I did a shy smile. That's when Lenny jumped up from his desk and he did a loud whoop.
Whoop.
Cool, he said. You look cool, Junie B. Jose heard Lenny and came to see. Then he grinned and grinned at my brand new smile, and he gave me a happy high five. And that is not even the best part, because Mr. Scary saw what was going on, and he came all the way to my desk to see my tooth. And he gave me a smiley face sticker. After that, he clapped his hands together and he made an announcement to room 1. He told them, stop. He told them I lost my tooth and he asked me to stand up and show them my special new smile. I swallowed real nervous. Then I stood up, kind of jittery, and I opened my lips a teensy bit so the children could see my tooth hole. And what do you know, room 1 was happy for me. All of them smiled real nice, except not May, of course. May just rolled her eyeballs. I think you look weird, Junie Jones, she said. I think your smile looks silly. I sat down. No, May, this is a silly smile, I said. Then I put my fingers in the sides of my mouth and I stretched my smile across my face and I wiggled my tongue at her very fast. Lenny and Jose laughed and laughed. And guess what? At lunchtime, I made my smile even funnier because Lenny gave me a raisin and I put it right in my tooth hole and it stuck there, very hilarious. Shirley laughed her head off at that joke. I'm beginning to enjoy that girl. So how much did the tooth fairy leave you? She asked. Did you get a bundle? Yeah, said Lenny. I was wondering that too. I started feeling squirmy again. I looked at her kind of worried. He tried to explain the matter to them. Well, Junie B didn't exactly leave her tooth for the fairy yet, he said. All the children looked at me. Why, they said. Why didn't you leave it, Junie B? I squirmed some more. Then finally, I took a deep breath. I've got issues with that fairy, that's why, I said kind of quiet. Issues? Asked Lenny. Like what kind of issues? I swallowed real hard. Issues like, well, you know, like what does she do with the teeth, for instance, I said. For a minute, nobody said anything. Then May made the cuckoo sign at me. What does the fairy do with the teeth? She said. What kind of dumb issue is that? I flashed my angry eyes at that girl. Well, if it's so dumb, then you must know the answer, right, May? I said. And so what does the fairy do with the teeth, huh? Does she pay money just to throw them away? After that, I waited and waited for her to answer. The other children waited too, but May didn't say anything. Well, I said. Well, said Shirley. Well, said Jose. Finally, May's face turned red, and she went to get a drink of water. After that, the whole lunch table started talking about the fairy, only no one knew what she did with the teeth. We wondered and wondered. Then, all of a sudden, Lucille stood up. And she fluffed her fluffy dress. Well, guess what? I don't really care what the tooth fairy does with the teeth. All I care about is how much money she leaves. Oh. She looked at room 1. You're nothing without money, people. Remember that, she said. That is not true. I tapped my fingers on the table, kind of annoyed. Yeah, only that doesn't even answer my question, Lucille, because I still don't know what she does with the teeth. Lucille put her hands on her hips. Well, maybe she just collects them, she said. Did you ever think of that, huh? Collecting stuff is a hobby, you know. My Richie Nana collects tons of junk, and she pays good money for it, too. I tapped my fingers some more. Then I put my chin in my hands, and I thought about Lucille's Nana. Finally, I started to smile a little bit, because maybe Lucille's idea might make some sense after all. Pretty soon, Herb smiled a little bit too. A tooth collection, huh? He said. Maybe that's the answer, Junie B. Yeah, that just might be it. The fairy might collect teeth as a hobby or something. Sure, said Lenny. There's nothing wrong with collecting stuff. Like, I collect baseball cards, but I don't really do anything with them. See, and I collect Matchbox cars, said Jose. What's wrong with that? Just then, Sheldon springed up from the table. Yes, and I collect vacuum cleaner bags. And the doctor says that's perfectly normal. After that, Sheldon laughed and he pretended to vacuum his pants. Do you collect anything, Charlie?
Yeah.
What?
Air in my bedroom.
Air? You collect air?
Not really.
That's smart.
In my lungs.
Yeah, that's smart. After that, Sheldon laughed and he pretended to vacuum his pants. All of us moved away from him. Then the bell rang and everyone went outside for recess. What are you doing? Okay. That afternoon, I wrote in my journal, Dear First Grade Journal, me and Herb talked some more on the playground. We decided that the Tooth Fairy has a tooth collection, probably. And that is not even weird, possibly. Also, I promised Herb I would put my tooth under my pillow tonight. I hope we are right about this woman. From Junie B. Jones, first grader. P.S. I wish me all the best. All right, chapter 9, Miracles. That night, Mother put me in bed. Daddy was in baby Ollie's room. He was trying to rock that cranky boy to sleep. We heard Ollie fussing. I bet you're glad I'm not that bad. I bet you're glad I'm not that bad, right, Mother? I said. That baby is a pain in our necks, right? Mother laughed. Oh, believe me, Junie B., you were no peach when you were teething either, she said. She tickled me a little bit. Speaking of teeth, tonight's the big night, right? She said. Tonight's the night you're finally leaving your tooth for the fairy. Excuse you. I covered my face with my sheet. Don't remind me, I said. Mother laughed again. Don't be silly. This is going to be fun. She handed me my tooth to put under my pillow. I handed it right back to her. You do it, Mother. You put it under my pillow, okay? I said. And put it close to the edge, please, because I don't want the fairy tramping around down there. Mother put it close to the edge. She let me check it. After that, she leaned down and she gave me a big hug. I'm very proud of you, Junie B., she said. I'm proud that you got over all that silly nonsense Polly Allen Puffer told you. Thank you, I said. I am proud of me, too. After that, Mother kissed me goodnight, and she turned out my light.
Mama kisses. No, don't push her away. You gotta.
She looks scared.
Why?
I lost my place. I quick turned it on again. Yeah, only I think I will sleep with the light on tonight, I said. You know, just in case I have to come running out of the room in the middle of the night because there's a witch in here. Mother did a sigh. Whatever, she said. After that, she gave me another hug and she closed my door. I jumped up and opened it again. Yeah, only I think I will sleep with the door open tonight, I said. You know, just in case I start screaming my head off in the middle of the night because there's a witch in here. Mother said, I give up. I give up means the same as whatever, I believe. After that, she kissed me one more time and she left my room. The next morning, I woke up very relieved because guess what? I made it through the night, that's what. I hugged myself real happy. Then all of a sudden, I remembered about the fairy and my heart started to pound and pound because maybe there was money under my pillow right that very minute. I took a big breath and very careful, I reached under them and I felt all around and bingo! My fingers touched something. I grabbed a hold of it and pulled it out. Then I sat up straight in bed and I laughed and laughed because good news, ha, cash.
I think Lily's paralyzed. Oh, well, there she goes. There she goes. Here she's doing. She's moving around.
Get under my seat. I zoomed to the kitchen and skipped around the table. Cash, cash, I got cash, I hollered real thrilled. Who wants to see it, huh? Who wants to see my cash? Please raise your hand. I looked all around the kitchen and I stopped skipping because no one was actually in there. I zoomed back down the hall. Mother, Daddy, where are you? Where are you? The fairy left me money. Mother stuck her head out of Ollie's room. We're in here, honey, she called. I skipped into Ollie's room and showed them my money. Look, people, I got cash, I said. Only I don't know how much it adds up to, but it is a bundle, I bet. Daddy's eyes got big and wide at my money. Whoa, the tooth fairy must have been feeling very generous last night, he said. I know it, I said. I love that fairy, Daddy. She left me money and she didn't even pinch my cheeks. Ollie was sitting in his crib. He smiled out the bars at me. I looked surprised at him. What's wrong with Ollie, Mother? I asked. Why is he smiling? Is he sick or something? Mother laughed. No, silly, she said. When I came in this morning, he was playing in his crib, happy as can be. I scratched my head. Really? Ollie's happy, I said. That's odd. Daddy picked him up. Well, actually, Ollie had a little surprise for us this morning too, he said. He sat down with Ollie on the floor. Then, very gentle, he took my finger and he rubbed it against Ollie's gum.
That's correct.
Just like that. Hey, I said, it's rigidity. Daddy grinned. It sure is, he said. That's Ollie's first tooth, Junie B. My whole mouth came open at that good news. A tooth? I said. Ollie got a tooth? I felt the ridges some more. Wowie, wow, wow. Last night was a good tooth night for both of us, I said. Yes, it was, said Daddy. What a neat coincidence, huh? Ollie got his first tooth on the very same night that the tooth fairy came to get yours. I think they're onto something. Do you know? Yeah, don't tell. Mother ruffled my hair. It's almost like Ollie was waiting for the tooth fairy to come too, Junie B, just like you. I smiled at the thought of that. Then, all of a sudden, I stood real still and goosebumps came on my arms. Wait a minute, I said real soft. What did you just say, Mother? Mother looked at me kind of strange. I said, it's almost like Ollie was waiting for the tooth fairy to come too. Just then I did a loud gasp. That's it, I said. That's it. I springed way high in the air. Then I twirled all around and I hugged Mother real tight. Ollie did wait for the fairy, I said. He waited for the fairy just like me. Mother and Daddy raised their eyebrows, very curious. I skipped all around them in a circle. Don't you get it, I said. The fairy recycled. She recycled my baby tooth and she gave it to Ollie. That makes sense. Take the baby teeth that are under your pillow and give them to the new babies that are growing teeth. I think that makes good sense.
And you have to pay. You can get paid money to recycle, so that's probably where she gets her money from.
My feet started to dance. It's perfect, I said. It's just like Dan the soda can. The fairy took my tooth and she gave it all shiny. She made it all shiny and new and then gave it to my very own baby brother. I quick bent down and felt Ollie's gum again. Yes, sirree, Bob, that's my tooth, all right. I'd know that tooth anywhere, I said. Daddy scratched his head. Well, I'll be, he said. Mother laughed. What a great idea. It is, Mother, I said. It is a great idea. Plus, also, it is a big relief because the tooth fairy doesn't just throw teeth in the garbage. Now I know that for sure. I looked at my money again. Baby Ollie's got a lot of dark hair like you did when you were a baby. Look at Ellie.
This is embarrassing.
It's just like Miss Chris told us, I said, real squilly. Recycling makes sense. Get it, Mother? Get it, Daddy?
No.
Sense sounds like sense.
Oh, no.
Sense. Sense. Ha, that's a good one, right?
So that's 3. Sense, sense, and sense. Like,
What's the third?
since, like, since he did that.
Oh, yeah. That would be S-I, and then one's S-E, and then one's C-E. After
One
that,
has a T.
huh?
One of them has a T.
I'm talking about the beginning.
I know, but one of them has a T. So
Yeah.
that's a difference.
After that, I zoomed to my room to get dressed for school. I can't wait to tell the children, I hollered. Room 1 is going to love this news. I put on my favorite pants and sweater, then I quick ran back to Ollie and I felt his tooth some more. You feel her teeth?
Yeah, it hurts.
He smiled at me. I smiled back at him. Because what do you know? I think I might like that boy after all. Aw. It's about time.
You're mean. Ellie. She's
She
mean.
don't want to be messed with.
Okay,
Oh, that's the end. It's all over.
That was disappointing.
I thought it was good.
Probably because I've only read 3 chapters of the whole book.
J.B. Jones. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the book. I'll be reading some more books to you later on in the next coming weeks. And also, I'm going to be getting in touch with everybody this coming up week just to see how you're doing and talk to you about what's going to go on.
And if this is probably gonna be uploaded after we see them in the book.
Oh, April 1st, which is Wednesday?
Yes.
I think
It's
Wednesday.
probably the past one.
No, I'll upload that.
Okay.
We're going to do a teacher parade where all the teachers from the elementary and the middle and probably the junior and high school, we're all going to be driving around the neighborhoods in our car and get to wave at all the kids. So you just stand in your driveways or on your porch or whatever, and we'll just wave at you and say hey. And Charlie's going to come too. And we'll be in a black
Big black
Tahoe.
Tahoe
It's like a
outside,
big
and
SUV.
I'm probably gonna be hanging out of the window.
Yeah, just look for a little crazy girl hanging out the window. And Charlie will be there too. All right, bye.
So,
Michelle.
yeah.